Imagine a world where love and social status collide in a swirl of misunderstanding and pride. Welcome to Movies Review. In today's video, we delve into the timeless classic Pride and Prejudice, directed by Joe Wright and released in 2005. This enchanting adaptation of Jane Austen's beloved novel transports us to the elegant world of 19th century England. We'll meet Elizabeth Bennet, a spirited young woman with a sharp wit, and Mr. Darcy, a wealthy but aloof gentleman. Alongside them, we'll encounter a vibrant cast of characters, each with their own quirks and complexities. Don't miss out on this journey through romance, societal expectations, and personal growth. Make sure to watch until the end for some intriguing insights and a deeper appreciation for this cinematic masterpiece. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Movies Review for more engaging movie summaries and reviews. Let's dive in. Before we talk about the intricate dynamics between Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy, let's set the stage. The story unfolds in the charming countryside of 19th century England, where social status and marriage prospects weigh heavily on the lives of young women. The Bennet family, consisting of 5 sisters, Jane, Elizabeth, Mary, Kitty and Lydia, live with their parents in a modest estate. Mrs. Bennet is particularly anxious about finding suitable husbands for her daughters to secure their futures, given their modest means and the entailment of their estate to a male heir. Before we talk about the twists and turns of the plot, let's delve into Elizabeth Bennet's first encounter with Mr. Darcy. It occurs at a local ball where Mr. Bingley, a wealthy and charming gentleman, introduces his friend Mr. Darcy. While Mr. Bingley is immediately drawn to Jane Bennet, Mr. Darcy's aloof demeanour and seemingly arrogant attitude leave a strong impression on Elizabeth. She quickly forms a negative opinion of him, especially after overhearing him dismiss her as tolerable but not handsome enough to tempt me. This initial coldness sets the stage for their complicated relationship. Before we talk about the unfolding romance, consider the social events that shape the characters' relationships. These events, such as balls, visits and dinners, provide a backdrop for the interactions between Elizabeth, Mr. Darcy, and other key characters. Through these gatherings, we witness the evolving dynamics and hidden tensions that drive the story forward. For instance, Elizabeth's visit to the grand estate of Pemberley, Mr. Darcy's home, offers her a glimpse into his true character and the responsibilities he shoulders. Meanwhile, Mr. Collins' marriage proposal to Elizabeth and her subsequent rejection adds layers to the social expectations and personal desires of the characters. Before we talk about the resolution of the story, we need to highlight the main conflicts. A series of misunderstandings and prejudices fuel the tension between Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy. Mr. Darcy's interference in the budding romance between Jane and Mr. Bingley creates resentment in Elizabeth. Additionally, Mr. Wickham, a charming officer, shares his grievances against Mr. Darcy, further painting him in a negative light. These misjudgments and half-truths build up to Mr. Darcy's unexpected proposal to Elizabeth, which she vehemently rejects. His letter explaining his actions and revealing Wickham's true character marks a turning point, challenging Elizabeth to re-evaluate her perceptions and prejudices. Before we talk about the conclusion of the film, let's see how the conflicts are resolved. Through a series of revelations and personal growth, Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy come to understand and appreciate each other's true nature. Mr. Darcy's involvement in resolving the scandal caused by Lydia's elopement with Mr. Wickham demonstrates his genuine care and integrity. Elizabeth's visit to Pemberley and the subsequent interactions with Mr. Darcy reveal his softer, more considerate side. Their journey is marked by self-reflection and change, leading to a resolution that brings satisfaction and a deeper understanding of love and respect. Ultimately, Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy overcome their initial prejudices and misunderstandings, culminating in their heartfelt union. Before we talk about the impact of Pride and Prejudice, let's delve into its major themes. One of the central themes is love. The story explores various forms of love, from the passionate and tumultuous relationship between Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy, to the gentle and steady affection between Jane Bennet and Mr. Bingley. It also contrasts superficial attractions with deeper, more genuine connections. Another significant theme is social class. The narrative highlights the rigid class structures of 19th century England and the societal expectations placed on individuals based on their birth and wealth. Characters navigate the complexities of social status, where wealth and titles often dictate relationships and prospects. Prejudice is a prominent theme as well, reflected in the characters' initial judgments and misconceptions. Elizabeth's prejudice against Mr. Darcy and Mr. Darcy's pride and prejudice against Elizabeth's social standing create barriers that they must overcome to find true understanding and love. Before we talk about the resolution of these themes, let's analyze the key characters. Elizabeth Bennet is a sharp-witted, independent young woman who values honesty and integrity. Her journey is marked by her willingness to challenge societal norms and her growth in recognizing her own biases and mistakes. Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, Astai, starts as a seemingly arrogant and proud gentleman, but his true character is revealed through his actions and personal growth. His transformation from a reserved, proud figure to a caring and considerate man is central to the narrative. Jane Bennet represents grace and kindness. Her gentle nature and genuine affection for Mr. Bingley contrast with the more fiery and independent spirit of Elizabeth, showcasing different aspects of love and relationships. Mr. Bingley is amiable and pleasant, embodying the ideal gentleman who is both kind-hearted and wealthy. His straightforward affection for Jane contrasts with Darcy's complex feelings for Elizabeth. Lydia Bennet and Mr. Wickham introduce elements of recklessness and deceit. Lydia's impulsive actions and Mr. Wickham's manipulative nature create significant conflicts and challenges for the Bennet family. Before we wrap up, let's summarize the movie's impact. Pride and Prejudice has left an indelible mark on both literature and cinema. Since its release in 2005, Joe Wright's adaptation has been praised for its beautiful cinematography, compelling performances, and faithful yet fresh take on Jane Austen's classic novel. The film has garnered critical acclaim and a devoted fan base, ensuring its place in the pantheon of great literary adaptations. Its exploration of timeless themes like love, social class, and personal growth continues to resonate with audiences today, solidifying its lasting legacy. In a world where misunderstandings and societal expectations often cloud our judgments, Pride and Prejudice reminds us of the power of love and personal transformation. As we navigate our own lives, may we learn from Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy's journey to look beyond first impressions and embrace the complexities of human nature. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Movies Review for more engaging movie summaries and reviews. Let's keep the love for great storytelling alive. Until next time.